Good morning. So currently, Suf is having his breakfast. He feeds himself, alhamdulillah. I got him some scrambled eggs. I put some little ketchup on them. He likes them like with ketchup. Found out they actually feel for him better. I sliced for him half a banana. I put some cutlets of brown bread, and then he also has some porridge to finish eating. You just let him do this for like 30 minutes. He'll feed himself so well without really like making noise or anything. And while he's doing all this, he's watching some nursery rhymes on TV. So I'm actually just going to let him just sit here for a while because I have some things to finish up in the kitchen. My husband and I are still working on a number of stuff around the house, so we have to do that. And thankfully, you just let the boy be. He'll do whatever he needs to do. So yeah, let's get started with the rest of the housework. So a number of stuff I'm supposed to do. I have to make some banana bread. I have to marinate like this chicken and put it in the freezer back in the freezer. But I hadn't like thawed it out, so I told her it's just thawing right now. But I'm okay with it. I'm not working with it right now. I also have some minced meat right here, and I'm also supposed to make sure like I cook this. It's going to go in samosas, but I'm not making the samosas today, but I just want to cook the meat. And then for lunch we are going to have some spaghetti and meatballs. So it's like a little bit of spaghetti, but he likes meatballs a lot, so I'm going to just make sure. So all this, we got this from Capital Shoppers, I think like 2 days before Christmas, because we're now in 2026, but I got this 2 days before Christmas. So the one thing, like I think you always keep seeing in my videos, I kind of like bulk buy, and the food like kind of stays around for a while, and then later on when I get what to work with, I make something happen, because I'm not someone who buys when I'm going to cook, especially with meats. So this is what I'm going to work with right now. I'm going to let it thaw for a bit, but I just wanted to show you, this is the brown bread I gave Swift today. This is the brown bread. It's from Panama Supermarket. I'm not someone who actually likes bread. Like, I'm not someone who likes bread like a lot, but I found myself loving this bread. So yeah, it's something, and it's actually almost expiring, so I have to make sure we eat it. So that's basically how we roll. We're going to do it today. I know I haven't. Wait, when was the last time I posted a video? It's been a while. I think I last posted a video when it was Yusuf's birthday or something. But I'm back. We had just a lot going on, like in our personal lives, family life, and everything. We moved. I think for those of you who actually watch the videos like quite more often, I think you can tell we're in a very different environment, especially like with the kitchen. And yeah, I think I'm not going to do a house tour because I didn't show you my previous home. I just showed you the kitchen. You saw parts of the sitting room. I don't really feel comfortable like doing a house tour or anything like that, but alhamdulillah, because I still have a lot to do in the kitchen. The kitchen is smaller than what we had before, as you can see. Not too big, but yeah, I'm showing you just the kitchen. It's kind of smaller than what we had before, but I honestly don't mind it. I like it, and I'm quite sure we're going to make like very, very many memories in this house. So anyway, yeah, I'll kind of come back in when I'm starting to work with these because they're still thawing. I think I also have to make some melon juice. We have a friend coming over for lunch, so let me get started on the melon juice for now as I wait for all this to work with itself. But happy new year. Thank you all for tuning in. For those of you who are like perpetual watchers, hi. For those of you, if it's your first time coming in here, hi, my name is Salwa. I post videos, lifestyle videos mainly. I post recipes. I just do random stuff. So my name is Salwa. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a student. I'm a bunch of things, but yes, welcome to the channel, and I hope you stick around more. Just when you finish this video, just go through the entire channel. There are a bunch of videos to like watch, so that you kind of get to know what I do better. What else is there to say? I don't have a particular niche yet. Like I'm not exactly like focusing on to like makeup, or let's say, oh, I'm focusing on to cooking alone or family life alone. I kind of like do a bunch of stuff. One day maybe I'll figure out my niche, but for now I just like sharing bits and pieces of my life. So there, as you can see, little man is still watching his screen. I know he's eating. I just picked on him. But yeah, let's get started with the rest of the day. Yeah, so yeah, I know I was supposed to actually show you what I made for lunch. I made spaghetti and meatballs. Then I'm going to insert a clip here to just show you how little man like ate his food, like how our son ate his food. But for something he ate for the first time, he actually did quite well. So now I have some minced beef, just like cooking. I haven't added anything. I just put everything straight in the pan. I'm going to just chop up a few onions here, and then the beef, it hasn't yet like thawed completely, but I think I can work with this. It's at least soft enough to like work with. I'm going to start working on the marinade while the beef cooks a bit. So for the spices, I'm going to use some paprika. I'm going to add some ginger. I have oregano. I have chicken masala, black pepper, and then parsley. And then I'm also going to use olive oil to kind of like put everything together. And not forgetting some soy sauce, because some of this meat is going to be like really dark and the other is going to be like tolerable. So yeah, sauce too. So first thing I should put is oil. I think that will be enough. So both like this is where I put it in. Each one is like 2 kgs. This is like 2 kgs, 2 kgs. And I know like this can actually get us going until like mid-Feb, because we're just a family of 3, just 2 adults and a baby. So it's enough to take us like quite far. Then next I start putting in the paprika. Yeah, so personally I don't mind spice. But I also have to remember that now we are more people in the house and soup doesn't really like, okay, you can eat, but okay, the spicy tolerance is very, very, very minimal. And I don't really want to make like 2 batches of like things, because I didn't like account for him. Next I'm going to put in some oregano. Like I'm trying to put everything enough for 4 kilos. But also the marinade I'm using is very, very basic. If I want to cook it like, if I want to cook like the chicken like in a stew, it still works. If I want to cook it in like, if I want to do like grilled, it still works. Then some parsley there. Some black pepper, not a lot, just some. Then salt. For salt I'm going to put both in the marinade and also in the chicken itself. So there you go. And then just get this together. Let me first stir. Yeah, so then the last thing is ginger. Yeah, it's ginger. Because ever since I started like putting these spices in like the different things, I kind of have to know what it looks like. But also the last thing you want is to prep for your family, like something that's entirely different from what they expected. Like imagine putting cinnamon in this thing. So this is what it looks like. Right now it looks very little, but I'm going to add something else more, like more oil. More oil, right there. And this is what what we're working with now. I don't know if you can see it clearly. Oh wait, I've been so long. So let me just show you from here. This is what the marinade is looking like very heavy, very. And meanwhile, the beef is doing its thing. I kind of don't want to. Wait, is that a fish trying to run away? I'm going to rescue that one. We're not making losses here, so I'm just going to let it like for a few more minutes. So that okay, all the meat is not exactly brown, but it's more grayish. Not grayish. Okay, it's kind of similar to gray. I don't know how to describe it, but I'll come back to it later. Let me first keep doing this. So now it's time to add the marinade into the. Oh god, I'm about to start running around with houseflies. So in pot 1, then in batch number 2. Batch number 2. And it's in this batch number 2 that I'm going to put a little bit of soy sauce. Yep, there. Say little, but that felt hot. So these, as I said last time, guys, a pack of like 50 of this is like 3,000. And I think I've had like 2 packs for like the longest time ever. So get yourself something like that. It will save you a lot. So I'm going to start with the one that doesn't have soy sauce. Just to kind of mix the marinade in. If I make and I feel like it's not enough, I'll just kind of like mix the same thing again and add. So far, this is what it's looking like. This time, not every piece is getting coated, like proper. And usually that's it for a bit. Next, I go to the second batch. Just to stop like housefly, that's bad only. In there. Let me just cover it now. Open this. Remember, it has the same base. The only difference is here I've just added dark soy sauce. So it's giving it like the color. But also it's soy sauce has a lot of sodium. So it's adding that too. So I know that in case I want to grill, then it would be perfect for grilling, and without the soy sauce. And I actually thought I was going to need like more marinade to add in this, but I don't need. This will sit on its own. Just going to let that work on its own for a bit while I chop up the onions for the beef. So one of the things that has been helping me whenever I'm cooking, especially like with beef and everything, this masher, it comes in handy for anything. So I'm just going to kind of give this like, it's not exactly mashing anything, it's just helping me break down the beef into like smaller particles that I can work with. Because if I'm going to put this beef in like samosas, I'm going to put it in pies. You don't want it to have like the particles. No. You really don't want that. You want something like smooth, that's going to be like very easy to bite with. Yeah, so I'm working with it. Wait, why do I keep trying to use my left hand as if it's going to help me with anything? Yet I'm very right-handed. So, Now this is the kind of the consistency I want. So this is what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to let that sit for like a minute while I just work on the onions. So let's get started on those. Actually, I feel like before, you know what? Let me work on the onions now. I have this just extra chopping part just to cover this right here. So let's work. So these are the onions. I'm done working with them. And let's put these in here. Sorry, these ones think they are going to escape the fire, but let me just position this very well and I just show you nothing is surviving here. Okay, I'm holding the tripod as I'm doing everything, so excuse the bugginess. There you go. It works. And just to start this in. I haven't actually added yet like any kind of salt or anything. It's just meat and onions. I'm going to let this cook for a bit, and then I'll just add some black pepper and some salt like afterwards. So let's do that. So it's now time to pack up the chicken. The one thing I like about this is that once you prep the chicken, you can actually let it lie down like flat in the freezer, so it doesn't take up like too much space, which I like. So, and I'm using these, yeah, I think Falcon, yeah. Why am I saying I think it is Falcon? Anyway, they are zipper bags. I think I've had this for a while, especially like the big size. The smaller size got done, and I got an even tinier size when we were going to move. Because most of the furniture we have that is like screwed, like has screws, those blue tiny zipper bags like help you keep those screws like in place. So I kind of wrote down on every zipper bag, oh, this is for like the table, this is for this is for that. Help me keep track. So first thing you do, the Falcon thing, and kind of just open it and let the baby sit right there. Then just put in everything. I'm trying to make sure I don't hit like the edges. That's why I kind of hold it as roll it down. I don't hit the edges as everything goes in, but see where we have it. As much as I like the marinade to look good, I also like my fridge not getting dirty. So this is batch one. Now the only thing I'm just going to kind of like add a bit of, I have some curry powder. Curry powder right here. I'm just going to add it in. I had this thing for a bit. Not yet expired by the way, but the curry powder is good. So put a bunch in, I'm just going to stir that in. So I'm making just like a paste of some sort. Add a bit of oil. And yeah, just keeps going. I've actually just remembered that I should have put curry powder like earlier. So just adding it now. So I'm just going to put like a ton of it there, like big chunk of it in there. And then now to also put, I've also put some in this other batch. So let me first mix that up in there. Just making sure it has enough powder in there. So this is what it's going to look like. So let me just pack it up and then show you how I lay them down. Okay, so, and this is the final thing we have. This is all the minced meat that I got out with. So I'm just going to kind of, I think I'm going to wrap up like one pie, actually like two pies. Part of me is like, okay, make everything you're supposed to make with the minced meat at once, but the other part of me is like, yeah, you'll have the time. But this is going to, okay, how do I say it? This is going to be a very, very busy week because I have a lot of stuff to do. School, I have my exams this week. Mans is returning to work. I have a new job that I'm working on. Alhamdulillah for that. So now I can wear the work swag that I could never wear in the other videos. So I'm just going to work with that right now. So this is the chicken that has soy sauce. This is the chicken that has the soy sauce. This looks more powdery, as I should show you here. It looks like more pasty because I put more curry powder in here than in here. And this is the minced beef. So I don't know, like for everyone, if you have like any ideas of what you want to see me do I have something to tell you? I do have the time for content creation right now. It's not like I don't have stuff to do. Of course, I have a job, but at least it's flexible enough that I can actually do content and focus on family too. So this is meal prep that will probably take us until Feb, because I also have to do the bulk food prep for Ramadan. And you know how it is. If you're an OG of this channel, you know, like 2 years back, we keep doing. We do the samosas, we do everything. And this year, I want to do like more, like much more incredible recipes for Ramadan, and I hope you stick around for that. Thank you so much for watching. If you've not yet subscribed yet, guys, subscribe so that you don't miss out on any video that I post. You can also turn on notifications so that you can be notified every single time I post. And I don't mean that for only like full view, how do I say, like these like long form YouTube videos, but you can also be notified whenever I have like any short form videos that have come out, any shorts, because those I do like much regularly. But for everyone who is watching, everyone who supported me over the few years that I've been on YouTube, thank you so much. My goal this year is to hit 1K subscribers. Now, can we make that happen? Of course we can make that happen. How do we do that? We subscribe, we like, we hit the notification bell, and we also send this video to our friends and tell them to subscribe. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Salwa on today's video. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.